So guys, Paper Mario Color Splash is officially released upon the world as of tomorrow, and this is my final chance to do a thoughts and opinion video, because, I mean, it's a game that I'm still morally opposed to, and I really want to get this off my chest before it's finally released upon the world, and we finally get to see just what it's going to be like. Anyways, here we go. So this isn't usually something that I do, but I wanted to get this off my chest, just because the Paper Mario series means a lot to me. I love the Paper Mario series with every little ounce of my heart, if that makes any sense to you. But anyways, I've been playing the Paper Mario series since I was very young. I started with Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and I've been loving it ever since. In case you don't know, the Paper Mario series is a series of RPG games created in a collaboration between Nintendo and Intelligent Systems, which are both... Intelligent Systems is responsible for making the Fire Emblem games and all that stuff, and of course you all know Nintendo, but basically the first one was released for the N64, and it was a classic. They followed up with Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door for the Nintendo GameCube, which is probably the fan favorite of the series. It's absolutely phenomenal. Then there's Super Paper Mario, which changed a lot of what made the series great, but it still has probably the most powerful story you'll ever see in not just a Paper Mario game, but in the Mario series in general. It's an incredibly moving story that they put in Super Paper Mario. Then they released Paper Mario Sticker Star in 2012, which was met with a lot of controversy. It basically destroyed the Paper Mario series as we know it. It replaced it with this terrible battle system, a pointless story, just pretty much threw out everything that made the series great and just replaced it with nothing. And then, back during the Nintendo Direct in March of 2016, Nintendo dropped a giant bomb on us.
Next, let's paint the town red, and just about every other color. In the Paper Mario series, we always challenge something fresh to the action-adventure genre. And this time, in Paper Mario Color Splash,
action-adventure genre
is colors and paint. As such, the game takes
that can't
place
be right.
in
That
a
has to be a
colorful
typo.
paradise called Prism Island. But something is very wrong. Prism Island is being drained of its color.
Oh crap, this isn't Paper Mario, is it? So yes, more or less, Nintendo did something horrible. They basically created Sticker Star 2.0, which is what nobody asked for, nor did anybody ever want. Everybody after Sticker Star wanted a new Paper Mario game that was more along the lines of the original too, because we've been waiting for over a decade for a game more along the lines of the original in Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, but Nintendo, they just went ahead and released Sticker Star 2.0. What was up with that? Even weirder was the fact that the whole reason Sticker Star was made is because Miyamoto thought that the original prototype for Sticker Star looked too much like Thousand Year Door and opted to remove everything that made the Paper Mario series great. Now listen to them, they're hypocrites, they're making Sticker Star 2. I thought that their whole point was to make something creative and original. It's honestly it bothers me that they would do something like this. But I'm not going to spend the entire video criticizing the game, because while I am still opposed to it, I still think it's a very terrible decision that Nintendo made. It's still, there's still a lot of things that they could do with it that could be great. And we only have one more day before we finally find out just what it is that, will we like it, will we hate it? Will it become everybody's favorite Paper Mario game, or will everybody think it's going to be the worst piece of waste of carbon ever created? That's what we want to know. And so, that's why I wanted to make this video in the first place. This is our last few moments to reflect on the fact, what will we think of this game? Will this be the last Paper Mario game? Will fans hate it so much that Nintendo will just can the entire series? I really hope not, because this series is a really big part of my life, and I'd hate to see that happen, to be honest. Anyways, now let's get on to the more positive side of things, because, like I said, I don't want this entire video to be negative. There are some things I want to get off my chest about the game that are more positive than anything. Now, the thing is that when Bill Trinen started talking about the game during the Nintendo Direct, he just sort of started talking about it as if it were a game that we already knew about. So it almost felt like Nintendo just didn't care that there was a new Paper Mario game coming out. It's like, they even called it an action-adventure genre game, which really just doesn't make any sense to me, because Paper Mario series is an RPG, and so why they would call it an action-adventure game, I feel like Nintendo isn't even, caring about this series. It's just, the fact that they just nonchalantly announced it, it's a bad sign for me. But anyways, at first I was pretty excited for it because I just sort of refused to accept the fact that it was Sticker Star 2. I just sort of kept saying, oh my god, it looks sort of like Thousand Year Door because Prism Island sort of resembles Rogueport in a way, I don't know. But basically I kept not wanting to accept the fact that this game was just going to be another Sticker Star. Everybody was raging over the game. There was a petition to cancel it and everything. But I just didn't want to accept it. I thought it was going to be fun. I thought it was going to be a really, really good game. And then as the months passed on, I started to hate it a bit. A lot. Then, like for example, I started playing through the entire series in preparation for the game. I started with the original, and played all the way through, and I started to notice just how good the originals were, and it just made me sad, and it made me realize, why am I excited for this game? And I started to lose my interest in it. And to this day, at this point, I honestly can't get excited for it. It just... I don't know why. It's just as hard as I try, I just can't get excited for it. But anyways, I guess I could say one thing that all Paper Mario fans can agree, whether they're excited for this or they absolutely despise it, it looks better than Sticker Star. Sticker Star was awful. That's all we need to know. But this game looks like it's going to be a lot more original, a lot more fun, a lot more charming. Because Sticker Star was just empty and soulless. This game looks like it'll at least try. It'll do what it can to make the game enjoyable for people, whether they are a Paper Mario fan and they despise the game or not. They're gonna try to make it enjoyable, and I respect them for that. I like that they're doing that. I just wish that they wouldn't do it in a way that just like it makes all the people who care about the series so much. It makes it so that they can't enjoy it because they just, like, there's so many people out there right now who are getting excited for the game, and I totally respect if you're excited for this game. This game, I'm happy for you if you're excited for this game. It annoys me that, like, Nintendo would just do something like this. Like, the fact that they would release a game when nobody asked for it is something that I find kind of annoying. Anyways, just like Sticker Star, this game revolves around a battle system, which involves collecting items, and then using those items in order to move and attack, which is a very strange idea in my opinion. Basically, you collect cards, and then you collect paint, and you use the paint to color the cards so that you can attack. That's right, just like Sticker Star, there are these consumable attacks. So once you use an attack, you can't get it back, you need to collect attacks, and that battle system is just weird. Like, whose idea was it? It's honestly one of the absolute worst decisions I've seen for a battle system ever. Then there's the fact that there's no leveling up. There is a strange alternative that they've been creating, where basically when you defeat an enemy, you get extra paint, which is sort of like an alternative for, I guess. It's similar to leveling up, so I'm happy that they're doing that. I just wish that there was leveling up, because it would make battles have a point to them. And yeah, that's another thing that's kind of bothered me about it. Though the game still looks like it's gonna have a generic plot, just like the main Mario games. In case you don't know, one of the things that makes the Paper Mario games great is that they have absolutely beautiful storylines. They are some of the most original games in the entire Mario franchise. And this game looks like, just like Sticker Star, is going to throw that away in favor of a generic Bowser kidnaps Peach kind of thing. I mean, it looks like he's gonna have that sort of original plan, because he's draining the island of its color. But, still, it's just gonna be another generic Bowser villain plot. It's not gonna be fun. Like, sure, Bowser was the main villain in the original game, but at least he had a very, very, like, in that game he was an actual formidable foe. He was an extremely good villain in the first Paper Mario game. Then in Thousand Year Door, Sir Grotus, Shadow Queen, and Beldum were some of the greatest villains I've seen. Count Bleck is an amazing character in Super Paper Mario. The fact that they created him as a villain is one of... I love Count Bleck, he's awesome. And Dementio, both of those villains, all the Paper Mario villains in general are just amazing. And I don't know, it's not fun that they're doing something like this, where they're just replacing it with standard Mario enemies, and standard bosses, and Bowser. It's not fun. Like, I don't know what to say about it. Yeah, it looks empty and soulless, and it looks like I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to think of it. I'm sure that once I play it, my opinion will change, because the game still hasn't come out yet. A lot of people keep telling me that, like, because I don't like it, I need to play it first before I make an opinion about it, and I'm just like, I don't really need an opinion. I don't think I'm going to enjoy it anyway. I mean, I think it'll be fun, but I just don't know, like, I know already that this game is not going to be very fun for me. And that's what I mean. As they release more trailers, by the way, Paper Mario Color Splash had a ton of trailers. It had, like, 10 trailers, practically. It started to look a lot more fun. They introduced these characters called the Rescue Squad, which was themed after, like, an 80s television show or something like that. It was kind of cool. Apparently, the Rescue Squad are a team of characters within the game, and I got me kind of excited for it. It looks like it's going to be a lot funnier than most of the... Like, it's going to be a lot funnier than Sticker Star was, and it's going to be more like the original games in terms of humor. And then, like, the game looks like it's going to have some really, really cool levels. Like, there's this one level that appears to be on a train. There's another one that's called Dark Blue Inn. All of the levels, in my opinion, they look a lot more original than what Sticker Star did. It looks a lot less generic and more fun and open and creative, and I applaud them for that. Anyways, I've been rambling on a lot about this, and I don't know if you really care anymore. Basically, all I'm trying to say is that I'm not excited for it, but I think I'll still enjoy it. And after all this time of just going back and forth between opinions, I finally made up my mind, and I'm going to play it. I'm gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna be fun. It may not be what we want, and it may mean that the Paper Mario series will never be the same again, but you know, it's Nintendo. What did you expect? Nintendo does stuff like this a lot. Anyways, in one more day, I'll have the game in my hands, and I'll be booting it up on my Wii U, and I'll be playing through the whole thing. It'll be fun. It'll be sad to see the Paper Mario series die out like that, at least in terms of how it used to be. I'll be feeling a lot of emotions at once, and I'm sure that every other Paper Mario fanboy out there is going to feel the same way. Or fangirl if you're a girl, I guess. And that's what I mean. I just mean, either way, it's gonna be a fun experience, and it's gonna be fun. It's all you need to know. And the game... I'm running out of things to say, to be honest. The game just... I don't know if it'll hold up, is what I'm saying. The original games, they held up so well. To this day, I consider them all classics. Like, the original game on N64 is one of my favorites. I consider it to be like a massive classic. Even more than Super Mario 64. I consider that game a classic. And Thousand Year Door is like my fourth favorite game of all time, practically. And, you know, Super Paper Mario is probably my least favorite out of the three, but it still has what made the games great. It has a great story, original characters, and just a fantastic game altogether. And Sticker Star is never gonna be a good game in my opinion. But this game looks like it'll at least improve everything that made Sticker Star bad, and it'll make this game more Paper Mario-y than we've seen in a long time. It'll feel like the Thousand Year Door, just in the form of Sticker Star. That's what I feel. I feel like it's just gonna be Sticker Star mixed with Thousand Year Door, so it'll feel more Paper Mario-y than we've seen in Sticker Star, but it'll still have Sticker Star's gameplay. And oh my god, I just realized how long I've just been rambling on. I'm looking at my counter here, and it's been almost 10 minutes. It just goes to show how passionate I am about the Paper Mario series and all that. I love Paper Mario series. And Nintendo, I don't see why you thought making Sticker Star 2 was a good idea. But I hope you'll learn your lesson. And whatever happens with the Paper Mario series coming forward, I hope that you'll at least try your best to keep it enjoyable. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow for some Super Mario Galaxy. At least I'll be playing Color Splash while that video goes live, so make sure to check that out. I'll see you guys later. Bye!